Hello again, all you fantasy lovers and geeks and all of you, the fandom. I just wanted to come with another quick video. This probably won't take very long, but I was talking over with my brother. We're about almost to the halfway point on editing the first book. But we decided, since we're already like probably 300 pages in, or not even maybe halfway, we decided we're thinking about splitting it into two parts. In a way, don't get me wrong, it won't be like the book just ends and you're like, what the hell? What I'm planning on doing is expanding a little bit more on certain sections and then ending it in a way that really makes you want to pick up the second part. And that way, since I already have the full parts written out, I can expand on the second part far more. And then call that my second book, which will be as long as a regular book. Pretty much, if this goes in one book, it'll probably be 1,000 pages or more. Probably. So what we're thinking is maybe we should cut it. That way it's not a massive amount you have to read at once. And it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. Because if you don't know Amazon, the bigger your book is, the more it'll cost them to publish it and print it and stuff, the less money we'll get, and the more money you have to put out for it. So instead of like $30 or $40 for a book, it'll be like $15. Well, actually, I don't know, because Amazon's the one that kind of picks in the end. But, so we're thinking, well, I'll figure out when I'm going to end the first book. I think I have a point where I think would be a great ending for the first book that will help bring in the second book a lot better, and then I could delve far more into the second part and extend it way more than just, a couple of chapters. So I think in the end this will make it a lot better, and I can go a lot deeper instead of just being worried that the book is getting too long, like far too long, and then cutting things. This way I can just split into two and give you far more depth than I could before. So we'll talk about it. Leave it in the section if you think we should have a massive book, or should we have like couples, normal size books. Like, let's say first, if we cut it, let's say the full book is over 1,000. If I do it all together, it's over 1,000 pages. That's a huge book. It's bigger than Dune, and that's a big book. Yes, I could cover a lot in that book, but I would like to delve more deeper into certain parts, and I'm just afraid that I'll make it way too long and people are gonna not want to pick it up because they're like, holy crap, I don't have time to read this fucking Bible. So that's what we're planning on doing right now. I'll look into what I can give you as more information. I cannot wait to get this book into your guys' hands. This thing is like all I can think about. Literally all I can think about is this dang book. And the story and the characters and how I can better this and better that. So we're improving. And the date that we don't have a date yet, but sometime hopefully in December. If everything goes well and the editing gets done up to the first, where I plan on ending it, if we break it into two, we'll definitely be done by December. If it's bigger, if we keep the bigger amount, it'll probably maybe done by December, but who knows? That's how long it takes to edit it, how long it takes to reformat it, and make sure everything is good to go. And then when my cover art gets in, get it all done and send it to Amazon for approval, and then into your hands. I do plan on doing ebooks and printed. I don't know anything about audiobooks yet. I will look into it. I'm not sure how Amazon does their audiobooks, if they hire someone to do it, or if you just make an audiobook, if I have to hire someone and then, just send it to them. If I had to do that, I'll wait On the audiobook, I'll first do the normal, and then when the money comes in for the books, I'll use that income to hire someone to do the audiobook. But yeah, and the end goal, end of this thing is that there's 6 to 7 books. If I do split it, there'll be probably 7 books instead of 6. And it doesn't change the story. It helps me, it'll help me improve on a certain section. Instead of just 3 chapters in the book, I can make an entire book based on what I would have had to shove into 3, which would be really, I think, a lot better, and I think it'd be a lot cooler and a lot more fun for you guys. But we'll see. We'll talk. Me and my brother will talk over it, and we'll look at it when we're starting to edit that section. And if he wants to just wait and let's finish this part, let's make sure this is good, send that out, and finish the second part, send that out to you guys, and then we'll work on further. But yeah, my entire thing is the 7 books get done. That's the main core of my story. It'll build the first book will build the world. It'll build different creatures, different races. You'll see the core story of the people in my book. And if I break it in 2, the second book will delve into the demon wars. And I'll be able to really delve into war and how it'll work out if I break it into a second book, the first war. So yeah, and I would love to get that far more interesting and far more darker, and I'll see. This is a process, and it will be done. I will at least have a book done by December. That's my plan. I want it done, and I want it edited, and I want it out to you guys by December. That way, it's holiday season. You guys can buy it as gifts. You can. I want to send a couple copies to people that I think will give me honest reviews. I don't want shield reviews. I want honest to God reviews. I've said it before. I'd rather have, you could pay 100 people for shield reviews and not be worth anything if you just get one honest. Because an honest review will help you improve your book. And it'll help you improve, especially the second book. So, yeah. But I hope you guys give me your opinions in the comments below. What you think, if you give me advice, especially if you've written your own books before. Because I don't want to send out a massive book. I don't want something that's so big nobody wants to pick it up, because I don't have time to read that whole entire book. Trust me, I know. I'm still a little over halfway on Dune. And I want to get that review out to you guys before the movie comes out. And I think I probably will, because the movie's probably got delayed. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. And I would love to get my full deep dive into the Dune universe. It's getting interesting. I'll have to say that. I'm really... it took a while for me, personally, to get invested in it. And that kind of hurt me reading it. Because there's a lot of things in it that kind of made it's kind of a hard read. A lot of people say that Dune is one of the hardest reads you'll ever get into, and there's a reason for it. But if you stick with it, it definitely gets to a point where you're just like, dang, this is cool. And yeah, I really want to delve into it, like right now. But I was thinking about this the other day when I was talking to the membership on the stream. And I was talking about and they said, yeah, it's good to have a big book, but you don't want one that's so huge that people are going to look at it and go, whoa. Do I want to take the time to read that? Do I have time to read that much of the book? You don't want to spend 2 or 3 months trying to read a book. You could, if it's a really good book, you can spend countless hours lost in it. And I wish I was done now, because it'd be fantastic in this time where people are just stuck at home, to have a good escapism into a book. But yeah. Anyways, I'll think about it. and we'll get back to you. Anyways, what I do plan on doing after the books are done is I would love to hire some of the Comicsgate guys that I think have the talent and the respect to take part of this franchise and then make comic books that aren't from the books itself, because it'd be kind of hard to turn novels into comics, kind of like turning novels into TV shows or movies. But I could have like sections, or they could follow certain characters during certain different paths, and I think it'd be really cool, because if what I see the book becoming is really high fantasy with a little bit of horror. So if I had them do a comic book line, it'd be really cool to see like a heavy metal type comic book mixed in, like demons and crazy shit. So, yeah. I'm excited. I really am. I'm trying to get this book done. I'm trying to find the best way to do it, and we're really delving deep. And we're coming up with cool theories of different creatures. Like, one is a tiger squirrel. My brother said it'd be really funny to put in the book at a certain point. Make it really cute looking until it gets angry, and then it like turns into this like massively meat-eating creature that hunts in packs. But you can do anything in fantasy. That's the beauty of fantasy, is as long as it doesn't go completely crazy, you can do so much. And I'm really going to delve into the crazy. In the second book, I'm going to delve deep into like some crazy stuff too. So I can't wait to get this book in you guys' hands. I'm excited for the characters and for the ups and downs, their adventure. I can't wait to see the reactions people have on following these characters through everything they go through. And it will be a journey, and I hope it brings joy to the fandom. I hope it brings something new so that they could feel like not everything is lost. Because that's why I'm creating this, is because I just feel lost. We have had so many franchises be destroyed by people who don't care about franchise. They don't care about the sci-fi. They don't care about... They're trying to get their name out there so they can get into the movie business, or they can get into Hollywood and become like a screenwriter or something. But they're just taking... Hollywood is taking advantage of geek culture, because now everybody likes superheroes. When I was growing up, you got made fun of if you bought comics and you cared about the man in tights who looked stupid with powers. It's dumb, it's lame, whatever. You always got that when we were growing up. And now everybody loves superheroes, and everybody loves Star Wars, when it was just us as geeks, nerds who love this stuff. So if this book does blow up in a comic book and I can send it into comics, that would be fantastic. And then who knows where we can go from there. It'd be really cool to get like statuettes of the characters and some of the demons. Maybe even kind of do like Warhammer does. I really love that universe. That's a really cool universe. It'd be cool to do like a tabletop. Maybe hire the people who created the Warhammer tabletop game to delve into our fantasy, into our universe. Create something like that for the fans. A new tabletop game, or there's something. Who knows where this can go. And that'd be great. I would love to bring stuff to the fans so they can, and then they can make. I might also want to make is a part where the book, where they can actually create fan books. That's why we call it Mutisphere. I've said this before, I'm pretty sure, in a video, where what we want to do is be able to, in the end, actually, on the membership thing, they said this really cool author does this. He's a pretty famous author. People send him $1 in an envelope with their book, and he'll read it, and if he thinks it's good, he'll publish it for them, and he'll let them, they get like, I think all the things. That'd be really interesting. And I would love to be able to have it where fans who want to be a part of this universe, who have cool ideas in their head about cool races, lizard men, and there's actually a lizard race in this, kinda, but you never know, because the whole multiverse is open. So you could create your own cultures, your own stories within your section of the universe, and have it somehow blend into this one. And later we can put books, and then I can create books later on that help me with everybody else's books, that help piece everything together. All these different, it's a big spider web of creativity, and who knows? I think this could be huge. I think if this world awakens a passion in the fandom and the geek culture, and we bring something new that can be infested with this political ideology, because this is no political correctness is in this book, no pandering, no nothing. Everything will be natural. Everything must flow naturally. It means you won't just throw in characters just to have inclusiveness. If they have inclusive, it will be a natural thing put in the book that will make sense and not be just tokenized. I cannot stand tokenized crap. If they're going to be good, strong females, they will have character builds. If it's the multiverse. There's aliens everywhere, so there's multiple cultures and different races and stuff. So yeah. So that's just the update on my book, and I am excited. I am just. It's just tearing. I can't wait to get this stuff out. All right, guys. I guess that's all I have for you guys today. Please share, like, and subscribe, and just keep spreading the word. And if you have an idea, nobody's stopping you. Do it. You never know. All you can do is put your best work forward. So let's all do it. Let's all create something. Who knows what will happen? All we can do is do our best. And if it's accepted, it's accepted. If it's not, we try again. But we just do what we have to do to expand and create. And that's all we can ask for. So again, from your friendly neighborhood bearded vet, and from a fellow geek and nerd and fantasy lover, I say to you, stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. Hashtag fuck Naughty Dog. We will keep fighting the good fight, and we'll try to bring new and upcoming stuff to the world. All right. Enjoy.